Friends, in this video we are discussing next another important topic, that is Harappan civilization. So last class we already discussed in world and there are some important civilization came and what was the contribution they given. Same that like only India also have one of the special civilization. They also given their own contribution to world history. Till that much time other Europeans or other countries they believed that India is not have a own history. They are believing only the Vedas. But when we got the evidence about civilization, so after that peoples or Europeans, especially the Westerners, they started to believe India also have own tradition or own culture. They have own history. That was special, forwarded or developed technology they are adapted in that particular civilization. So these like they started to speak. Till that much time they saying Indian peoples are uncivilized peoples. They not have history. And we also believed Indian history started in the period of Vedas. Before the Vedas, we are not get any information. Peoples they could not live in India. So that like only we started to believe. But when we got some evidence about the civilization, peoples also started believe India have own civilization. That also 2000 years back, India also have own civilization. That means who is discovered this one civilization about Indian civilization? That only they give a name as the Harappan civilization. So here they are saying first one, here Dayanand Shani and Rakaladas Banerjee. Here they are saying Rakaladas Banerjee and Dayaram Shani. So this both also heavily excavated by or discovered by one of the new civilization, that is Harappa, or that is Sindhu civilization. That one they got the information in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. In that place they got the evidence. So how they got? So when Indian government they started to build a railway track in that particular Sindh region, in Punjab region. So on the time when they dug out the earth, so on the time they got some of the burnt bricks. So in that burnt bricks only they used and they constructed by railway track. So after that peoples who are there on that time, the workers they started work in that particular place, they give a report to the department also. So when we constructed start in that particular place, we got some of the evidence, this like a bricks or some other types of evidence we got in that particular place. So historians they came and they discussed or they studied in that particular place. After that they got the evidence. So this is not a naturally got the evidence. This is peoples they live in that particular place. They only use these like of evidence. So they give a name as a Sindhu civilization. And most of the evidence we got the valley of Sindhu, means the river of Sindhu. So that's why they give a name as a Sindhu civilization. So this is one of the important and special civilization in India. And they say totally on that place they got there are 1500 sites. Sites means peoples they left the house or other evidence that like of we got there are 1500 sites. So on that based historians they written India they not started the history, they not started in the beginning of Vedas. Before the Vedas also we can see India have their own history. That like they started to believe. And next one point here they are saying about this one only. So this civilization present in Sindhu river we already discussed, and in that place we can see there are so much of cities. They got historians when they collected the evidence on the time they got some of the cities also. Here they given one by one of the best city, that is Harappa civilization. One is Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, both also located in Pakistan, and Kalibangan, that one located in Rajasthan, and Dholavira and Lothal, this one in Gujarat. And next one here they given Raki Gari, this one is located in Haryana. So these are the important sites or important cities. Historians they got evidence as a Harappa civilization or Sindhu civilization or Indus civilization. And when we are discussing about the Indian civilization, we want to know one of the important contribution of in Harappa civilization, that is the planning of town. We cannot get this like of systematic structure in any other civilization. That much of systematic of town planning or the lifestyle of the peoples and traditions and sanitations, clean. We cannot get this type of evidence in any other civilization. We get only one civilization, that is Indus Civilization or Harappa Civilization. So that's why we can see when we are comparing to the other civilization and Indian civilization is separate because of the adopted forward technology. So here that only they are saying the planning of town. Here they say the Harappa civilization, the one of the important feature, that is the plan of town, that is well planned, systematic plan of town system they built in that particular place. Systematic. What are the evidence we got? All the evidences systematically we have got. The structure of the house or roads. Here that only one by one they are given. For example, here they given they have wide roads. And next one they say public wells. We can see public wells. We cannot get this like of evidence in any other civilization. We got only one civilization, that is Harappa. Here they are saying public wells and multi-storied houses. 2 or 3. Commonly people they built in that particular place 2 or 3 of this building. This is common on that time in Harappa civilization. And next one they say and well planned draining system. This is one of the important feature, that is drainage system. That also well planned. We cannot imagine it. So what we are discussing in metropolitan city, in what was the drainage system is there. So that like of drainage system they built in ancient time, in civilization period only Harappa peoples they built. So this is one of the important contribution. And next one here they saying, and next one they given importance about the cleanness and the public health also they given importance. This also one of the important feature. And another one here they saying next one, and this system town planning we cannot, already I told no, we cannot see in any other civilization. Only we can see that is Harappa civilization. And one of the another important contribution in Mohenjo-daro we got the evidence, historians they got the evidence, that is the public bath, the tank of public bath or great bath. So this is also one of the important contribution. Now they called as a great bath. And next one here they say in we can see that bath around area they built by some of the rooms, and 6 large granaries also they built, and quarters for laborers we can see in Harappa cities, and Lothal is a popular place for harbor. So these like we can see the planning of town in Harappa city. Now we want to discuss about the economic status of Harappa civilization. So how what was the work they did and how their relationship developed by other civilization. So here they saying, especially primarily we can see in Harappa civilization peoples, most of them they worked as the occupation of cotton, and some of them they knowing the woolen cloth, how to produce the woolen cloth. See, this is only main occupation by Harappa civilization peoples. And next one they say, and next one another important occupation, that is to create a bricks, that also burnt bricks. So this is also one of the important occupation. And some of them in that place they knowing to animal husbandry. They rear some of the animals. So what are the animals they rear? So here they given one by one. First one is cattle and goat, pigs, cat and dogs and camel and donkey. So these are the animals they understood how we can rear these are the animals. And they started by animal husbandry also. And next one point here they say first time the uses of cotton implemented or introduced by Indians. So this is one of the important contribution of Harappa civilization peoples. And Greeks they called as a in this civilization for the given name as a Sindhan, because of they established their civilization in the river of Sindhu. So that's why Greeks they called as a this particular civilization as Sindhan. And next one they saying, and they have the good relationship, the Harappa civilization peoples they have good relationship with Mesopotamia civilization also. So they called the Mesopotamia peoples they called as Harappa civilization. Here they say Meluha. They called as a Meluha. And how they started the trade with the other civilization, Harappa peoples, by sea route. In here they say by Arabian Sea, the port of Lothal. We already know the Lothal is one of the greatest harbor on that time. So in that harbor side, they started trade between other civilization. So this is the economic condition of Harappa civilization peoples. Next one, we want to know the social life of Harappa civilization peoples. How peoples they lived in a social condition. So when we are discussing about the social life, men and both also they interested about to decorate themselves. Always they interested about to decorate themselves. Men and women both also. So which are the ornament they use, especially women's? Here they are saying they use so much of ornaments to decorate themselves. Here they are saying one by one: necklace, filters and armlets, figurines, bangles, earrings and nose studs. So these like they used and they decorating themselves. And they knowing on that time peoples in Harappa civilization, they knowing the use of cosmetic, and another one is perfume. So this also they used. Not only men's also equally, they also decorating themselves, their particular body. So these type of social conditions we can see in Harappa civilization. And next one they are saying on that time marbles, balls and dice, these are the very important sports game on that time. And they knowing another entertainment program, that is bullfighting. So this is also one of the important entertainment programs conducted by in Harappa civilization. And toys depositing, bullock carts, these are the important dolls they created to children's, to play for children's. So these like of social conditions we can see in Harappa civilization. And Harappa civilization peoples, they given contribution in the field of art also. They built by, there are so much of idols, small idols by mother goddess. So these like of art they designed by in clay, they did in clay. And next one they saying we got so much of statues. So here they say more than 2000 terracotta, means we got the evidence in clay models. There are 2000 terracotta seals we found in that particular place in civilization. And dancing girls. And next one they are saying and figurine statue and beard man's stone idols. So these are the important art we got as evidence in Harappa civilization. And next one, religious. So which type of religion, what was the practice, or which type of god they believed. So here they are saying peoples they worshipped by Pashupati on that time. They believed as a Pashupati, means Shiva is a god for that time. And mother gods also we can say. And people and neem trees, so they also they believe. And sun, fire, earth, water and snakes. So these like of things they are worshipped as a god in Harappa civilization peoples. And fire pits found in the Kalibangan and Lothal, which is one of the important proof we got about the fire rituals, means fire rituals, fire worshipping. So these like of evidence we got in Lothal site. And next one here they saying about the script. So we got some of the script in Harappa civilization. They have own script and language on that time. They used their own script and language. But historians they got the script, but that is not easy to read because of so much of damage on that time, because of the written in clay or any other things in the written. So that is not easy to read that particular script. So this like of information we got on the time of Harappa civilization. So finally now we want to discuss how this civilization is declined, the Harappa civilization. So here they given some of the important evidence. Here they say the civilization, when we are discussing about the decline of the Harappa civilization, that is not easy, because if we did not get any evidence, but historians they thought that their particular ideology. So this like only Harappa civilization is declined. So first point here they say, for example in Indus civilization regularly we can see some seasons that river can arise floods. So that's why historians they are writing. So based on the floods, maybe the Harappa civilization can decline or demolished. And second point here they say the overuse of wood for burning bricks that destroyed the forest which necessitated in the they migrated. And second one, we all are knowing they started to build house as a burnt bricks. So they want to burn the bricks, they need so much of wood. So they cut the trees they destroy the forest. So after that they did not get any food crops or any food materials in that particular forest. So that's why they migrated to other places. So that like also some of the historians they say. And third one decline points they are saying, that is the Aryans who came the outside of the country, they came in northern side. So they attacked by this civilization, means Harappa civilization. So on that based the Harappa civilization declined. So some of them this also they are giving as a reason. And fourth one they say the spread of infectious disease. So sometimes historians they say, I think in that particular group some of the disease they arise, so they don't know how to cure that one disease, so people they are died. So these are the 4 points they say. Because of this reason maybe the Harappa civilization decline. So that like they say. So all the reasons above. Next one they saying the great civilization is declined, and some of the opinion they saying is the, these are the reasons are their opinion, just opinion. We did not get any evidence. This like only the Harappa civilization is declined. We did not get any evidence, but the opinion of historians. But we want to remember the contribution of Harappa civilization, the planning of town, the road, constructions of the house, public wells, drainage system. These are the very rememberable contribution given by our civilization peoples. So these are the important points about Harappa civilization. So next class we can discuss about next another important topic. Okay, thank you.